Today is Saturday, and we went yard sailing today.
Estate sale.
An estate sale. They call it an estate sale. It was a yard sale, trust me.
Yeah.
An estate sale's way different. But we always look at the ads in the paper on Friday, and Rick said there was going to be an estate sale near us, so we decided to go check it out. There wasn't really that much there that was exciting. And we don't really need anything, but I last year wasn't really interested in doing the whole yard sale thing. Sometimes I like to, but really I've got such a collection of stuff right now that I need to have my own yard sale. But when we were there, I did find a few things. I only went to one yard sale. And then we went to our local kind of old-fashioned general store, Mercantile kind of store, and we got a couple of things there. But I wanted to show you what I got at my yard sale. I love cookbooks. That is no secret. I really have a deep-seated passion for cookbooks of all kinds. But I have a super affinity for cookbooks that are old.
Vintage. Really
vintage. Like 40s, 50s, 60s. Those are my favorites. I absolutely love the graphics and the artwork that used to be in those. Because there's just something about them. Like I said, I really feel like in a separate life, I lived in that time. But, you know, I went through, these were 25 cents a piece. And these are just all old kind of junior league and church cookbooks. And I gotta tell you, these are really awesome. This is called The Country Cauldron. And we've got Little Grandma on the Farm. And I haven't looked at any of these yet, but I knew just because I see this binding, I know I'm gonna love it. This is the Cupboard Cookbook. This is an Amish cookbook. And you know, you go to the store and these things are $10, $12, sometimes more depending on where you get them. This was done for the Cerebral Palsy Society or whatever, Calico Pantry. And there's a couple in here, you know, Community Cookbook, The Hungry Hearth. This is put out by one of the, you know, a church in New York. And I don't even know what this is. This is
Book your favorite recipes.
For the Eastern Star, you know. So, which, if you don't know what the Eastern Star is, it's the Ladies Auxiliary of the Masons. And this is done by the Sayville Day Homemakers Unit. So I don't know, maybe this was done by an LDS church. I'm not sure. And then this is a old-fashioned kind of Louisiana cookbook from some community. Let's see, maybe it says. From the Rapid Symphony Guild in Alexandria, Louisiana. So, now these are great. However, then I saw this. And maybe some of you would look at this and cringe and go, oh my God, she paid money for that? You're darn right. You know, let me tell you. I saw this in the box and I picked it up. It was sitting like this in the box. It looked like an old telephone book. Well, I'm always drawn to stuff like this because you all know that I'm a big scrapbooker. Last week I went to a Knights of Columbus sale and I bought this dictionary. I bought this dictionary to tear up so that I can craft with it.
For what, 50 cents?
Yeah, it was 50 cents. But this, you know, I picked it up and thought, what is this? I'm looking at it, and I leafed through it a bit. Whoop! I'm not doing so good here. All right. Leafed through it a bit. I mean, look at these pictures. They're beautiful. This, to me, is like complete artwork. And just, it's black and white. It's pure. It's perfect. And maybe this doesn't mean a lot to you guys, but to me, this is part of our history as a people. You look at our cookbooks. If you were to go and look at cookbooks from 100 years ago and all the way up through now, everything would show you exactly where we've come as a society, according to the recipes that moms and grandmoms and and dads were cooking for their children and their families. So, anyway, I put this down and went back to it 3 times. And then I told Rick, I said, I have to have it. At which point, I gathered all of the plastic-bound cookbooks in this box. And bought them. When we checked out with the lady, she's like, oh, the Cookbook Bible. And it was two sisters who looked like they were clearing out like mom and dad's stuff. And she told us this story. This is called and I'll show you the spine, the Mary Margaret McBride Encyclopedia of Cooking from the Homemakers Research Institute.
Originally it looks like this.
And that's what it looks like on, I went on eBay to look it up. I am actually bidding on one on eBay that is in perfect condition to add to my collection. But I have to tell you, they said, and if you look at the binding on it, this was actually a contingency piece that was sold week by week in the grocery store. And you would add to it. Every week you would go, and when you get your groceries...
It comes loose at the bottom.
It comes apart down here. It's post-bound. And every week, Mom would go do her weekly grocery shopping, and she would get her little, see, here's a section right here. She would get her section of, this is the Beverage Book, breads, biscuits, and rolls, and buffet meals. And then what would happen was, you would go to the store, and you would get your segment for that week, and then you would go home, and you would take it apart, and you would put it together. This book has 1,586 pages in it, and I think is absolutely fantastic. And when she told me that story, I knew I'd done the right thing. She had said that she actually bought her mom a mint condition copy of this for Christmas last year, and then they decided to get rid of this. Well, now it's my treasure, and I'm going to get my own treasure to keep as a treasure, and I'm going to have this one. I'm actually going to use this for scrapbooking and album making, because I think that it's just so stinking cute. But I think it's also a really rich piece of history. So anyway, that's that. And I also got this. This is a cheese making kit that was never used. It has a cheese press in it for $1. You see, that's what I paid for it. You open it up. It's got the instructions, cheesecloth. It still has a rennet tablet in it. Sourdough secrets. And this is a cheese press. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that Rick can make me one of these, but not for $1 he can't. So look at that. I was just so excited about that whole thing. And then, this is what made me think of my friend Bev, the Mrs. Volpe, who makes pierogies. I saw this, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get that. It was 75 cents. How bad could that be? It's a dumpling maker. You have
as seen on TV.
Yeah. I don't know how old this is. I don't even remember ever seeing that stuff. This has got to be from the 70s. I don't know.
It's dishwasher safe, so.
Yeah, but you put your dough in there, you put your filling, and then you put your top dough on it, and you put the rolling pin so it cuts it out, and then you do what you want. So I could make pot stickers in this, or wontons, or ravioli, or pierogi, or any number of different things.
So,
or what?
Did it count? No, it's the shrimp.
Empanadas.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
No, there's another one too. Starts with a C.
Oh, I don't know.
Catamonuanas, I think.
I don't know. But then we also went to our local. I call it's Mitchell's Hardware.
An old country store.
It's an old country store.
You could spend all day in that place.
But I found these, and I don't know if you're familiar with the J.R. Watkins Apothecary line. They make fabulous extracts and seasonings, but they also have an apothecary line where they have lotions and creams and soaps.
He's showing the barbecue sauce too.
And this is a menthol and camphor cough suppressant rub, like old-fashioned Vicks. It smells really good. And this is a medicated first aid salve. And you can put this on cuts, scrapes, burns, and skin irritations. Now
Cats.
on cats, I don't know. This cough rub has camphor and menthol in it, and then this first aid salve has phenol in it. And I just love the way they looked. And I thought, how bad could those be to have on hand? And let me grab those barbecue sauces. we found a new barbecue sauce that I'm very excited. We tried them both. And they're called the Bone Doctors Barbecue Sauce.
They do have a website.
They have a website, and the website is bonedoctorsbbq.com. And this is the sweet and spicy barbecue. And this is the original. They also had...
This is excellent. I could have this on
Oh
the
my
French
God,
fries.
they're so tasty. And guess what? The best part? Right on their label. Contains no corn syrup, no high fructose corn syrup, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. How bad could that be? Yes, these were $5.75 a bottle,
And
but
bottles.
they're not in plastic. They're in old glass whiskey style bottles, like flask bottles, like snake oil bottles. And I just love that. They do have another variety. It's a Carolina barbecue sauce. I don't like Carolina barbecue sauce. I think it's revolting. It tastes like it's spoiled.
Rancid.
That's what it tastes like to me. But that's probably because I'm an East Coast girl who grew up in Arizona.
And look at the label. It's excellent.
I know they're all vintagey, like old.
Well, she's a fire eater.
She is a fire eater, yes.
Army doc.
So anyway, I just thought I wanted to share my yard sale finds with you today and my little general store finds and really share that cookbook with you because I thought it was amazing. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see ya.